guys, and I think he takes great pride in them winning ground balls and being a harder working team. And he didn't feel like that they put their best foot forward last weekend.
Well, as always, this matchup at the X will be a deciding factor in this game, and Georgetown wins the first draw. You've got James Reilly, who wins 67% of his face-offs coming into this contest. Hits 72% of his wins against Princeton. And Jared Chenoy, the freshman for Richmond, who's done a great job to start the season, but a tough challenge for him today.
Don't think you want to slough off and help on that one very much.
Like Richmond was a little late to close out defensively on that possession. Now with a loose ball in the offensive end, the Spiders trying to gain possession here. And after the scramble, the whistle, give possession to Georgetown. Trippy with his 9th goal of the season. Again, he's coming off a 4-goal game against Princeton last time out. Another minute to
take off like that.
So back to the X with a 3-0 advantage. Richmond fell behind at Duke 6-1 after the first period last time. And here's a bounce wide of the cage for McElroy to chase down. McDermott able to put that in. Face-off violation here. A little bit there, as you mentioned, that unsettled opportunities. Chenoy quickly gets it in front to Lanchberry. His shot is wide. So the freshman out of New Jersey with the tally. Now a battle at the X, trying to win possession. Still loose on the turf, scooted along by Cap. He'll pick it up, charge ahead, fire it in front. The shot just won't take advantage of it. That just gives them more opportunity to get into a shooting position, or keep their hands free rather than have that long
create space for themselves off the dodge, and so they can generate it. In Richmond's case, they're dropping in on defense, trying to help. Georgetown is going to slide to it, and that creates space for Young. Although teams that don't slide a lot, when they're forced to slide, oftentimes don't fill in the gaps. Georgetown team is, if they're on their game shooting the ball, then they're going to need to be mindful of that.
Well, that's 18 goals for Watson on the season. 7-3 lead as the quarter winds down. Another win for the Hoyas. They'll get maybe the last possession here with a minute over.
Day it is to play, but it's nice to be up here in the booth with the hot chocolate and the petit fours. Not bad, I knew what you guys were up to up here.
Still waiting on those. Haven't quite seen those yet. Violation at the X here.
That'll be a huge help.
Timeout. Adds one here this afternoon. Now it's an 8-3 Georgetown edge.
What I was going to say earlier is that when a goalie of this caliber is in the goal, it's not only the saves, but there's a tendency to miss the cage a lot. You're trying to be too fine with your shooting. I think we've seen a little bit of that in Richmond so far.
So just put it on net and see if you can get it in.
Well, you got to put it on net to score, period. And but like I say, when there's a really good one in the goal, the psychology of it is trying to be, put it in that fine corner, and oftentimes you're just missing the cage.
Georgetown comes away with possession here, up 4 with 9:20 to play and rolling here in the second. Let's go to work with the offensive end. Bundy, a shot from the wing, and again a quick score.
James Reilly, like I said, James can play in the field. More than just a face-off guy, gets lost in a little bit of the unsettled part of that ground ball play. And a well-rounded enough player to be able to take it. And Richmond's made the change in the goal, gone back to Craven in the cage.
Craven came into today with a 60.7% save percentage, which is 7th in the country. The transfer from Mount St. Mary's has been a boost in the arm of the Spider offensive attack, certainly.
Last 5 minutes here are pivotal. Richmond can close this down just a little bit. They're going to halftime encouraged, and
it's going to be a violation there on.
It's one of those things that the result is what determines whether or not you should have done it.
So now at the X, Richmond drops in Jacob Griffin, the senior, who's done some face-offs in the past.
But they just need to do a little bit more of that in the second half in order to kind of create these kind of opportunities right there.
Chenoy trying to win this, going up against Reilly again. Scramble for possession eventually comes off to the Hoyas as they will hold it with Jack Reilly. 2 minutes.
Team that's, you would think about it as the team that's more athletic would be slowed down by a slow track and stuff, but you don't get a slow track, so it's just a question of the psychology of it. Of, hey fellas, we got to suck it up and go. Again.
Now a scramble here at the X. Georgetown able to come away with that possession. Zone scoops it up. Puts it ahead for a quick move in front. You've got just kind of flipped it.
It was a Lyle Thompson special right there.
Spiders come up with a loose ball here. They can cut this down to 1 now. Good job to stay onside there. That is no intensity picking up here in Richmond, and 8 seconds left in the quarter. Georgetown a big goal just now to make it 11-8 and stop the Richmond advantage in this quarter. But it was ruled a goal, so we play on, and that's not taking anything away from what Richmond did in the third quarter. If they can play that way in the fourth, we may end up with a tie game here. 2-goal game again. Blistering shot in front. Violation there against Richmond, so Georgetown has possession as Reilly wins it and stays on the field.
It's funny how it's.
Well, a big goal from Graham Bundy Jr. gives Georgetown a 3-goal advantage as we watch the draw here. Graham Bundy Jr., whose father played at North Carolina in the late 80s to early 90s, and he's going to tally another one. Off the draw, a 4-goal Georgetown lead now at 13-9, and Graham Bundy making an impact on this game here in the final few minutes. From that draw.
Yeah, they put him on the attack because he has this range shooting the ball, which the other attackmen don't. The other right-handed attackmen don't quite have. And so when Reilly can push that ball forward like that, there's a tendency to slide to Reilly. Or have to slide to Reilly because he can make a play, and that opens that space up, and they can be dangerous from that spot.
10 game, still 4:47 left. Now Georgetown has a 17-9 advantage at the X today. A good time for Chenoy to come up with one here. As the wings pinch in to try to come up with a loose ball for both sides. Cap in pursuit. Right along the sideline, he keeps it alive, but Georgetown comes up with another ground ball here.
Poles, you really want to attack from below the goal line extended. It's the thing that's unique about our game as opposed to basketball in particular. And Georgetown was able to take advantage to recover from.
So Trippy with the tally, and now Georgetown has a 15-10 advantage as the clock ticks 2:13 in the fourth. Chenoy trying to come out with that draw, and eventually Richmond comes up with a ground ball there. Chenoy still trying to keep possession here. That's Gooley that time, excuse me.